Hello everyone, this is the summary video for the Cambridge Prime Science Grade 3 book. Let's start. Unit 1, Plants are living things. Lesson 1.1, Alive or not alive. In this lesson we learn about different things are living or non-living things. So we are going to find differences between things that are living, were once alive, and that have never lived. Use 7 rule to see if something is alive or not. Learn about scientific inquiry and so on. So look at the picture. We can see here a picture, greenery, fog with different animals, statue, river or water, you can say, snake and different plants, bird, sky. So how can we know that something is alive? Which things are alive? Which things have never been alive? So for living thing has 7 rules. Living thing can move, have senses, can breathe, can grow, excretion or making waste product, you can say, and reproduction, have new, you can say, have new baby. If plant have new baby plant. If animal have new baby animal. Human have babies. So reproduction. So these are a living thing characteristic. And the next we will also discuss about 7 rules. So these things tell us about the things that are alive. We think have never been, or opposite of you can say living things. Can move, living thing can move, but cannot move, non-living things are not alive. These are the vocabulary word: dead, gas, oxygen, seeds, and waste product. Let's start. Plants grow. This young plant has just started growing. It needs water and sunlight. Obviously, plants need water and sunlight to grow up. Water taking from the soil. Plants, it has its roots, so taking the water and nutrients from the soil. So the young plant can feel light and it grows toward the sunlight, like sunflower. In the morning, it's the sun face, and the flower face to the sun. Obviously, the young plant can feel the light, sunlight. So the young plant is alive. Obviously, a young plant is alive. It's growing up. It's obviously cannot move from one place to another place, but it's grow up. It's need food. It's need water. It's regenerate, or you can say reproduction with the help of seed. So they have like all other human characteristic in it. So a young plant, this one grow up. It's need the light and water to grow up. So light it's taken from sunlight, and water from the soil. So the plant make the gas. The plant make the gas. It's called oxygen. Oxygen is very important for us, for human, because we are breathing in oxygen. So oxygen is a waste product for what? For the plant. And our waste product, carbon dioxide, which is important for the plant, and oxygen is important for us, but waste product of a plant. Oxygen is a waste product of plant. Plant get rid of oxygen into the air. Oxygen is one of the gases in the air. The oxygen in air is very important. Why? Because it is a gas which all animals need to live. Obviously, animals and human both. So when the plant is older, it will make seeds. When the plant grow up, you can say grown plant. So it makes seed. New plant will grow from the seeds. New plant will grow from the seeds. In simple, this young plant growing up and growth, then flowers coming, change into fruit. Fruits we are eating like apple, different fruit we are eating. Inside the apple, inside the different fruit, we can see the seeds. These seeds, with the help of that and that seeds, we can make new plant. Question answer: are all plants and animals alive? Obviously, all the plants and animals alive. You can say some plants are at once. The second time it's not. Like this one were once alive and that have never lived. So plant some part, which is like flower and wood. When we cut it, use in other furniture or making for different purposes, then we can say otherwise. Is every part of the plant alive? Yes, a stem, as it is growing, all the parts of the plant alive. How can we care like human? We can say all the part of our body are alive. How can we care for a plant that is growing in the classroom? If we are doing any experiment in the class, so we should take care. We should give the water properly and put at the place not in front of direct sunlight, but at the place at least it catch the sunlight because plants need sunlight for making food. Plant making food with the help of sunlight in their leaves. After this 7 rules, each day you can see different animals, plants that are alive. You also see material like wood, straw, duster, and the class board, whiteboard, blackboard, different things. Straw that were once part of a living thing. Other material like sand have never been alive. These things are never been alive. Sand and different other material that never been alive, like stone, never been alive. But something like wood, straw, alive, but once alive you can say, but not the next time. You can say wood like plant. It's alive, but when we cut, change into wood, make furniture, then it's not alive. It's not, you can say, considered as non-living thing. So you can say these kind of once part of a living thing. And other one like wood, sorry, like sand, and metal, and stone. These are all never been alive. Try using these 7 rules to see if something is alive. All the living things mostly have these 7 things. If it is alive, it can move, it needs water and food. The living thing can grow, make waste, excretion, you can also say, need air for breathing. All living things, plant, animal, and human, and can have senses. We have 5 senses: touch, taste, smell, and here like this we have and sight. We have 5 senses. So living thing, so can sense the world around, can have their young, reproduction you can say. So these are the 7 rules for living thing. If we are writing here, not cannot move, not need water and food, not grow, not making any waste product, no need air, and don't have any senses or cannot move. We are talking about non-living, not alive. So there is an activity, alive or no. You will need a plant, a bare branch of plastic, plant, a block of wood, a piece of. This is just a kind of activity. Let's move over to the next page. Record what you think in a table. This was a science inquiry because you were identifying and classifying things. Object a rock. What is it made of? It is made of rock. Is it alive? Not alive. Like this, you can write here wood. What is it made of? From plant. Is it alive or not alive? Once alive. So like this, you can complete this. Alive, once alive, or never alive. You will need across access to the school ground, uh, pencil if it's once alive. Look around the classroom and in the school ground. Copy and complete this table to record things. Are alive now, have never been alive, were once alive. Never been alive, like a sand. At once alive, you can say wood or table, and alive, plant, human. They are alive now. Let's move to the next. When do leaves die? When do leaves die? Sometimes it is hard to say if something is alive or not. Are these leaves alive? On the tree, it's alive, but it's fallen down. No, it's not alive anymore. So the plant is alive, so all the leaves on the plant are alive. Some leaves have fallen off. They are not part of the living thing. Some dead leaves on the ground are yellow and dry, like this one you can see. Even the green leaves on the ground are now dead. Why? Because they are not part of a living thing. Until it's on the tree, living. Okay, it's alive. But when it's fallen down, so then we can not anymore alive. So we cannot say they are alive. So when it's fallen down, even green or yellow, because after some time it changes color. So these are not alive on the ground. Like this, are these things alive? At once alive, like fish. When we take out from the water, what do you think? It's dead now. You will need a branch, a block of wood, photos of chicken, meats and fish, seed of freshly picked fruit, and of fossils. Wash your hand after handling this material. The materials scientists identify and classify things. Scientists do this to see pattern and ask questions. Look at these photos and the things listed below. Are they alive? Are they dead? Once alive, you can say until it's in the water, fish alive. But when it's out, not anymore. It's dead. Like this insect, seeds are, you can say it's alive, but seeds like this, when until we are putting in the ground, it's grow up, because inside the seed there is a food store, so we can say it's alive. And leaf, not alive. So this one alive, this one alive, this two not alive. Think about each things. Does it or did it grow, move, need water and food? Obviously, this one living thing need water. This one seed we need to put in the soil, and it's changed into a tiny plant, a young, new plant. So it's need food and water. Obviously, it cannot move, but it can grow or move up. You can also say living thing need all this and make waste, have young, sense the world around. So living thing need all this. These are all seven rules about the living thing, but not living thing, non-living thing, or not alive. It's not. It's not important for non-living thing. Next page, number 8. Group the thing in one of these three groups. Copy three circle like these and label them. Draw each things and write its name in the right circle. Are once but not now. In once alive, so we can write here wood. You can write furniture, table, chair, anything. And living human, man, bird, animal, tiger, living. Okay. Never alive, sand, rock. Which one easy for you? After this, we have another activity. Things that are alive, we know they are alive because things that are not alive, we know we know that are alive. If you know the seven rules, we can say it can move, it can it have senses, different seven rules we can say. Like this, we know about the things that are living or alive. So what can I do? I can find differences between things that are living, alive or not alive. Okay, after this lesson 1.2, let us start. Plants, plant parts. Just a minute. Lesson 1.2 about plants parts. So there are four main parts of a plant: flower, stem, roots, and leaf. So say what the leaf, flower, stem, and root of a plant do. Flower, leaf, leaf making food for a plant. Roots take the water, nutrient from the soil and give to the root, provide the roots, and then to the stem and plant. Stem, transfer, take the water from the roots and transfer the other part of the plant. And flower change into fruit. So what do the parts of this plant do? The plant has one main stem. Yeah, this one transfer the water. Why does the plant have many roots, leaves, and flower? The stem it's one and other more than one. Roots taking water, collecting water all around the soil from here and from both sides. You can see here on the other side, other picture. So collecting water all around under the ground, and leaf making food for the plant. Obviously, so it's need more than one. So leaves make food for the plant. These are vocabulary word: absorb, allergic, and transported. Roots, stems, leaves, and flowers. Some plants are very small and some are very big. Yes, some plants are very small, but some are very big. Most plants begin life as seeds which then grow. Mostly plants. So we put the seed in the soil and then put some water. After some time, it's changed into tiny plant, then young plant, and then change into a tree. Look at this diagram below, or look at this diagram below to see what each plant parts does. What about leaves? In sunlight, each leaf make food. In sunlight, each leaf makes food. What about flower? Seeds are made by the flower. Seeds are made by the flower. What about the stem? This one, the longer one, the taller one. The stem hold up the plant. Obviously, the plant it's standing on the ground. It's like straight. It's not fallen on the left or right side. So it's held by the stem. So the stem hold up the plant, and water moves inside the stem, and also water transfer from stem to the other part of the plant. Then roots. The roots hold the plant down and get water from the soil. So all the parts of the plant need water. Without water, the plant will die or wilt. The roots hold the plant down. So the roots are very important, taking water from the soil, holding the plant down in the earth. So they also absorb water by taking it from the soil. The water is then moved moved or transported up to the stem, and then from stem to the all other part of the plant. We have activity looking at roots. You will need a potted plant, soil, a large pot, and newspaper. So we can see here two pots, the smaller and the bigger one. So as plants little bit grow up, we need to move the plant into the bigger pot. Why? Because the plant's root need a big place, not a small place. If it's small place, it's jumble, and then water not transport to the stem properly, and then your plant it will not grow up very well. So if you are allergic to plant pot, tell your teacher now. Wash your hand after this experiment. Over newspaper, take a plant out of its pot. Take care not to damage the plant. Carefully observe the roots. Draw what you observe. You can see here all the roots are jumbled. So it's difficult to transport the water or absorb the water and move transport the water from roots to the stem. So does your plant need a new pot? Yes. It's now the roots grow up. It's moving around here and there. So it's need a bigger pot. If it does, replace it into the bigger plant pot. We can eat parts of some plants. Yeah, we are eating obviously fruits and vegetable. Some plants part are safe for people to eat. Some parts can be poisonous. Yes, poisonous also from the plant. The saved leaves, roots, stems, and fruits are very good for you. These are healthy food. We only ever eat safe plant parts. Which plant parts here are safe to eat? You can see here different broccoli, grapes, mango, orange, papaya, cucumber, strawberry, cherry, a lot of things here. So never eat parts of wild plant you find. Always check that plants part are safe and clean. Obviously, any food or vegetable you're eating, wash it carefully and then you can eat it. Do you know a plant or plant part that is dangerous to eat? What do you think? Cactus plants and the or desert plant, different plant. You can say it's poisonous, or you can say milky plant. If you're broken the stem, or you can say leaves, you can see the milk inside or sticky milk. It is a poison. This one activity. Let's move to the next page. For this, you will need books about plants, the internet, and some leaves. Do not eat plants that you find. Wash your hand after touching. This is like activity. After the activities, he has some question in his mind. Why do some leaves fall each year? There are four seasons in winter, summer, spring, and autumn. In autumn, or you can say in the fall, all the trees, okay, it's you can say empty, all the leaves falling down every year. Which is the biggest leaf? Are all leaves green? Is the this one you can say banana, I think. Are all leaves green? Is the top of the leaf the same as the bottom of the leaf? No, not all of them you can see green. Because if with the part which catch more water, it's green. And someone you can see little bit or tiny yellow, but not all of them at same color. Next page, number 16. Look at different leaves. Talk to a friend. Think of some new question about leaves. Look inside the book and on the internet for information. Yes, you can write part of the plant. You find a lot of information on the internet. We stop here until 1.2. In the next video, we will continue lesson 1.3.